welcome to this presentation on personality. And for some of you, this will be your very first kind of studying experience with my PE exam. So my name's James. You're very welcome. Thank you for choosing to watch this. Let's get started straight away, okay? I want to, first of all, take the concept of personality and just have a look at its construct. We know that the concept of persona, like that first part of the word personality, in traditional terms, this has been what we refer to as the mask. Okay, so persona is quite literally what we understand as the mask. So in traditional terms, somebody's personality used to be considered to be simple as all of their behaviours, what you actually did. So that's kind of our traditional approach to personality. It's what you do. But that's kind of transitioned in more recent times, and certainly with more recent studies and with what we're going to talk about in this particular video and this particular lesson, because we're going to talk about not just the behaviours that makes an individual unique, but it's also their beliefs. Let's write some of these concepts in. It's also their beliefs. It's also their values. That was meant to be AV. It's also their values. Also their behaviour, as we've already sort of suggested. And what perhaps we can summarise all these things into is a concept of the character. The character. So in modern parlance, in modern terms, we're kind of interested in what someone's character is like. And in sports psychology, we're interested in, can that character help us to predict whether somebody might be successful, more or less successful in sporting competition or in sporting formats, because they have a sporting character. So let's actually put that concept in. Is there such a thing as a sporting character? And it's basically, some people say, yeah, you can profile people and you can predict success because of what their personality is like. And other people say, no, not really, you can't. There's loads of different kind of ways of doing it, loads of ways of different ways of being. And I'd already start to encourage you to think in that format. Do you think that there's a sporting character? You might also want to think, if there is a sporting character, where does it come from? Is it kind of inside of us and needs to be and just needs to be kind of used to be successful? Or is it something that sport itself develops? So is this character intrinsic to people, or is it developed in people, and does sport play a part in that actual development? So at least for the rest of this sort of 10 minutes, I want to focus on one sort of simple question, and that is, how is personality formed? How is personality formed? And I'm going to always try and keep that in relation to sport and sporting examples, but I want to start to look at different theories to how personality is formed within human beings. And to do that, effectively, what we need to do is we need to look at three primary theories. So we need to look at three theories. Let me put three little arrows down like this. 1, 2, 3. There's 3. I said 3 before I drew it, didn't I? Now then, this bit I'm going to do now is so crucial to you, because this bit of information, this bit of learning we're going to go through now, is central not only to your study of personality, but also central to your study of things like aggression, achievement, motivation. It's important when we look at concepts of arousal. There's all sorts of aspects of our leadership as well we're going to talk about. All sorts of aspects of our sports psychology course which are going to be directly related to what I'm about to say. So how is personality formed? There are three schools of thought. Number one is what's called the trait theory. I'm going to explore these in a little bit of detail in a few moments' time, okay? But I just want to give you the big picture for now. So there is something called the trait theory. Be thinking in your mind, what does the word trait mean?